Open nationally, parents and students in Nyeri are not left out on the last-minute shopping. KTN News' Clement Masombo has joined some of the parents and now brings us more from them. Clement, good afternoon. Bring us up to date.
Well, good afternoon to you, Fatia. Indeed, it is the last-minute shopping here at Nyeri in various shops as the parents and students flock shops here to buy some of the crucial items that learners will be needing as they report back to school for the first term of 2023. Earlier on, we were at uniform shops where we saw traffic, actually, human traffic at the shops as the parents turned up to buy uniforms for various schools for their children. And right now, I'm at one of the bookshops here in Nyeri town here, and as you can see, activities are also happening here. Parents buying books and various other items that are needed in school. And right now, I will be speaking to some of them, and I'll start with the bookseller here. Can you introduce yourself? How is business so far? We are at day 2 since schools, since learners started reporting back to school. How is business?
Thank you very much. My name is Kilan Shah. I'm the director of Kimji Bookshop, Nyeri. Yes, business this year has not been as great as we would have expected it to be. The reason being, number one, people don't have money. Number two, there was a recent communication from the CS Education regarding change in books or merging of books for certain subjects from grade 1 to 8. And this seems to have been a confusion for a lot of parents and teachers, where lists were given out way back in November, December as they were closing schools. But parents have now been told, do not buy books while we wait for the new books to come in through. So we are not selling books as we would have expected. But what is not coming out very clearly is, and the parents need to understand, is the fact that these books have a process. Before the new books come in, the merger books that they're talking about, it will take about 6 or 7 months. The child cannot remain without books in school for that period. So they have to make use of the current books. So this is what needs to come out very clearly, so that parents are not going to be now saying, no, we will not buy books. And there is a smooth flow with the education system and the transition to the next class. Yes.
And of course, let's speak about the technicality of it. When they merge subjects or they change subjects, what kind of impact does that have to you as a bookseller?
We are just coming out from 844, where we have suffered immense losses due to dead stocks. And for a new system, CBC, which has been there for the last now 8 years, we are looking at more dead stocks come next year, because there is a no return policy with publishers. They will not accept back books, because they also claim that they also have thousands of copies lying there. So this is going to be huge losses across the board for all booksellers once these mergers take place. The old books will now become obsolete, and we won't have any market for that. Yes.
Maybe an appeal to the government?
Yes, if the appeal can, my appeal to the government is that if they can come in and look at the plight of the booksellers who have suffered immense losses over the years, dating back from 844 to the new system now. And these losses can only be helped if the government comes in. Otherwise, a lot of booksellers and businesses will close down in the book industry, because the kind of value that we are looking at is colossal in terms of volumes. The kind of volumes we have to stock up, we are looking at about 400 to 500 titles that we have to stock up. And if we find that 300 or 400 titles become dead stock, with the current value of each book, we are looking at huge losses that cannot be recovered from any front. Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Of course, that is Kilan Shah, one of the directors of Kimji Devji bookshop here in Nyeri. And contrary to what we had earlier on witnessed, where uniform shops and the shops that sell shoes actually were flocked with parents buying uniforms and shoes for their children, here it is slightly, business is going on slowly, as parents are taking precaution on whether to purchase the books or to wait until the government gives another directive on the specific books that will be used, especially for the CBC curriculum, considering that just a few weeks ago there was that announcement about merging of certain subjects. So there is still that state of confusion. However, booksellers are saying that they are counting losses, considering that they had stocked thousands of copies of books here in expectation of selling them, but now they seem not to be selling them out. Over to you, Fatia.
Clement Masombo there in Nyeri, thank you so much for that.